Before we get into the Q&A today, I wanted to talk to you guys about some mommy things. As you guys know, I'm a new mommy to be, and my daughter is going to have nothing but the best. And so I have been doing my research on some of the best and most breathable baby products, and I found Milk Snob, and I got their 5-in-1 cover. And I also got their dual layer blanket. Both of these products are safety tested, which is my #1 priority for our baby. I wanna make sure that all of the products are extremely safe and breathable, and both of these things are. They are so freaking soft. They have a bunch of different designs and stuff that you guys can choose from. But the reason why I love the 5-in-1 cover is how much it does, and just this one little thing. This is what it looks like when you take it apart. So it's just like this, has a little hole right here. So I will be using this probably to put over her car seat for those really hot days to keep her covered. You can also use this while you're nursing. You can use this in shopping carts, infant swings. Honestly, it has endless amount of things that you can do with it. You can easily pull the cover down the carrier handle to check on your baby at any point. It's super stretchy. It provides shade, privacy, and it is also just really good for warm or hot weather. And it's really nice because you can just put this right over and have privacy for when you are nursing, as you can see. And then same thing for the dual layer blanket. So soft, so stretchy. It provides a really cozy weight for any climate. It is designed to grow with your baby, and it has the perfect amount of stretch for swaddling. I cannot wait to see her in this against the green. It's gonna be so cute. This folds up really nicely too, so you can tell that it's gonna be really easy to fit into a diaper bag, so you don't have to worry about it being too big. They have a bunch of different products on Milk Snob's page, but I am really loving these, and I cannot wait to use these for our girl. Of course, I have a code for you guys. It is Makenzie20, so you guys go check them out. I'm gonna put the link in my bio, and I'm sure for the months and years to come, I'll have a lot more from Milk Snob for you guys. So go check them out, and let's get into today's video. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since we've done a Q&A, probably like before the wedding.
It's been a while.
Maybe even before that. This woman is down bad. There's something weird going on. Anyway, we asked you guys on Instagram what questions you guys have had for us about the wedding and questions about the baby and everything in between. We got a lot of questions that I'm not gonna reiterate because we've answered them in previous Q&As. So I will link the Q&As in the description if you guys want to go back and watch those so that we don't have to re-say the questions. This flavor is not as good. I have to have 80 grams of protein a day while I'm being pregnant, and this peach white tea collagen water is not it. I like the strawberry lemon ones.
I'm about to say, give them an endorsement of some kind. All right.
Trying to decide if we should do a first look. Thoughts? 1000%.
Yeah. And this is no indictment to anybody else who hasn't. I think we've been to some weddings recently and before. But once you have a wedding, you become way more sensitive and like hyper aware to like how things are run. It's like, oh, we should do this.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like if you don't do it first, like you have everybody sitting and waiting for like a very long time. You know, it's the whole tradition of like, I want to see my bride when she first comes down. I feel like I cry both times. So it's
yeah,
like,
I feel like it's equally as special.
Yeah, it is.
But,
I would say do it first.
You know, if you're super traditional and you want to do it, sure, but just make the pictures quick because your guests are waiting on you, and you have this whole day planned and you don't even get to talk to your guests.
Right, you want to be able to enjoy it and like interact and mingle.
For sure. Were you planning on having kids right after the wedding, or it just happened? It just happened. I cannot be on birth control because it makes me really depressed and anxious. I tried 4 different birth controls through, I think, like 2 years, and all of them gave me horrible side effects that I could not push through. So I started doing natural cycles, which is like a natural birth control, and I miscalculated one of the days, and I was supposed to be taking my temperature, and it's on me. I miscalculated one of the days, so oopsies.
But it's okay. It's
yeah, it's fine.
We definitely take the blessings as they come. I think one of the things, it definitely was not the plan at all, but it's been kind of sweet. Like, I feel like it's definitely God's plan. I feel like we've been comforted, like, in a really cool way by our friends.
Yeah, I can't imagine not having a kid now.
Yeah, I can't either. And one of the things too, and this is something we've become aware of, is like, I'd rather have a kid unexpectedly in a good situation than be trying to have a kid down the road and not be able to have a kid. I feel like I would rather take the situation over that one if I had a choice.
It's a blessing at the end of the day.
It is a blessing. Unexpected, but blessing. Probably the most asked question we get on both of our social channels when it comes to stuff about us is, did we wait until marriage? I think the reason people ask that is either to, like, make themselves feel okay with where they are in their, like, sexual purity journey, or to, like, discredit, like, if we, like, love God or not. And I don't think either one of those are really, like, the way that it should be, like, the lens. Is, from personal opinion, is I think we tried, our goal was to be pure and to love God, and we struggled purity-wise sexually throughout our time. We've tried to fight and tried to, like, seek counsel, older people, all that good stuff, and we had periods where we did really well, other periods we feel like we dropped the ball, and so that's kind of that. But at the end of the day, I feel like we both love God.
It definitely was our goal.
Yeah, and the goal was, I don't feel like it was ever, we weren't trying to be perfect, or did we ever just give in. I think we struggled.
We wanted to honor God in our relationship, and we
do
tried and we did, and we tried our best to do that, and we weren't perfect.
And so take this as you will. We're not endorsing that is okay if that's what you believe and what we believe before marriage. But we are not by the good opinion line, like we were perfect. But I think our goal was never perfection, but to pursue purity. And we tried, and we're still trying to do that within marriage. Obviously, it looks different within marriage now. But so wherever you are on your journey, look, if you messed up, like, there's obviously grace and a lot of hope for you to continue on. If you haven't, then I don't feel like you should be walking around with, like, a badge of honor. It's just like you should be.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
good answer.
Yeah.
What is one trait from each other that you want the baby to learn? Darian is very disciplined and hardworking and does not give up easily. So I want her to learn how to not give up and to stick to things and be disciplined, and that anything that she wants to do, she can make happen.
Yeah, I think for Makenzie, it would be just like being free and fun, and like, I want to have a big personality. I want her to be.
You want her to be hilarious?
That's not what I said. But like, I don't know. I want her to be like all she can be. Like, I don't want her to be afraid to, like, have a big personality and be creative and all that good stuff. I want her to be just a little butterfly.
Cute. If you want to know how long we're gonna wait to have more kids, listen. Once you have one, just get them rolling. Because I don't want them to be too far apart.
Yeah.
Are y'all already thinking of baby names? We already know her name, but we're not going to tell until
she's born.
Yeah. I think we decided.
Just now.
We have to wait. Were you pregnant at the wedding? I have to address this.
No.
No, I was not. People, for some reason.
People are sick too, because they be trying to call her fat.
Oh, yeah. People tried to say that I was bloated at the wedding. I think people got confused because, like, first of all, I've never said how many weeks I am, so I don't really know how people are, like, calculating weeks, but the way that you calculate weeks, like, by pregnancy is based off of your last period. It's not based on, like, when you conceived. So people just, like, thought that they were detectives or something and tried to, like, tell us. I'm like, no, it is impossible that it happened before the wedding, so it was for sure after the wedding. I just had to clear the rumors up because people really love to assume. Moving plans.
TBD.
We're still
living upstate South Carolina.
Still live in Greenville, and
we could potentially move depending on, like, what other career path I take.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll see. What happened to Darian on the wedding night? ER ? Darian did go to the ER on our wedding night, literally directly after our wedding.
Basically, I had a groin injury, like, throughout, like, last year. This is kind of like something I just coped with throughout the whole time I was training for NFL and stuff. And I was on my feet, like, I guess my entire day. We played pickleball that morning. We had to take pictures. I was on my feet the entire day. So apparently my groin got inflamed, And I started feeling it as we got closer to the reception. I was like, I was like, I don't think my leg is like starting to lock up. And I was just
he was going so hard at the reception.
Was.
He was dancing so hard, and he like looked at me at one point and was like, I think there's something wrong with my leg. And he kept on being like, and towards the end of the night, you were like,
yeah, I was hurt. So even leaving, I was
dancing.
like not feeling good. And so we get in the car, and my adrenaline's still running just throughout all the emotions and everything. We get in the car, and I'm kind of sitting still. We get to the Airbnb, I'm trying to get out the car, and I can't move. I cannot move my leg. Can't put any pressure on my leg. And we happened to book an Airbnb which had stairs.
Unfortunately.
And so I was like, I almost couldn't walk around the car, and I definitely couldn't get up the stairs. And she was like, you want to go to the ER? I'm like, no. Like, I'm trying to be like, I'm not going to the ER. So we're going to the ER. We go to the ER, and I got 2 shots of morphine.
It was bad.
Yeah, flame growing,
But then he was fine, so I'm glad we went.
Yeah.
Because he would not have been fine on the honeymoon if we didn't go to the ER.
I know, it was like, also like probably one of the worst injuries you can get going to like your wedding night, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, what is the best thing about marriage so far? I just love going to bed every night together and just always knowing that we're gonna come home to each other after every day, and no matter like what plans we have, we always end up back together, which I love.
It is fun going to bed together. I don't know, it's just kind of like
there's so many more opportunities to connect when you can like sleep together.
Yeah, and then I would say we've done life together for a long time, but I feel like now it's just like we actually just like do a lot of life together. Just me and my best friend just figuring it out.
That's nice.
Yeah. The meaning of the journey is simple. I think it was a phrase I adopted probably like 2016, the year we won the national championship my freshman year. I was like, everything it took to get to that point, and the fact that I was in a national championship game, I was like, dude, this won't be as special as what it was if all the things that went before it didn't happen.
You didn't do the journey in high school?
I said 2016, national championship.
You didn't do it in high school?
No.
Are you sure?
100% positive. I literally remember the day. I was sitting in Tampa Bay. Ruining my story.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Like I was saying, I was in Tampa, 2016 national championship against Bama. I was sitting in my room and I was like journaling about like my experiences. And I was like, dude, this is so special because all the journey went up into it, tearing my ACLs, walking on to the team, all that stuff. So just throughout my college career, I kind of just have always thought about, man, it's like the ups and downs. Everybody's on a journey, but it's helped me like really keep perspective on life. And so I just kind of kept it. And it's kind of been like my little mantra and brand, and got the LLC, and then we got trying to launch some like clothing stuff here in the fall. So be on the lookout.
How to prioritize God in your relationships. I think with marriage, it doesn't look that much different than dating, to be honest.
To some extent, but also
I feel like prioritizing God in life is pretty consistent.
Right.
But I think it's one, putting God above Darian and not trying to make Darian my God is like the #1 thing. And knowing that I can't look to him to fulfill things in me. God has to fulfill me first, and that's like when I'm the happiest with where we are. I could be better about this, but just spending my first hour of the day with God and giving that to him first, rather than like being on my phone, getting distracted, doing this, doing that. Again, I'm not perfect with that, but I try my best to give my first hour or so of the day to God, and that usually aligns my day to be good.
I think the answer is like, I don't know if like she said, I think that the right thing to do is something I try to do. I also struggle with it, is like prioritizing, spending time with God first, and like making sure that's a priority within really myself. And because my job isn't really to change Makenzie, it's for me to like be good with myself, and hopefully that encourages her to be good by herself. And then together we make a powerful couple. And I think it's different because now we're one. So I think we do try to pray. We pray together at night, which has been I don't know, cute and fun. That's basically it. And go to church, have community. Other than that, just figure life out.
Okay, I think that wraps up today's Q&A. You guys can leave some questions in the comments if you guys want to ask anything else, and maybe we'll get to it in a different video, or I'll comment back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and we'll see you soon with another vlog or video.
Yeah, love.
Love.
Into the place, dispatch you from a race. My heart, it's